Joey, I have to ask, I'm a little embarrassed to even ask this, but like, what is Cinco de Mayo?
Well,
So today, we learned about the actual Cinco de Mayo.
people think it's about Mexican independence, and that's actually not quite true. It actually started with the Aztecs.
So Joey is teaching us about Cinco de Mayo, which is really interesting.
So the Aztecs, had this trade with actually ancient feudal Japan,
I learned a lot.
and they went back together and back and forth and did some trade. Not a very common fact, but that's how they got the dragons.
I think of myself as an intellectual. I thought I knew. I thought I knew the history. And I knew nothing.
Yep, and that whole heart sacrifice thing? It was because that's what the dragons fed off of. They're a very distant cousin of Komodo, Komodo, Corona dragons. And sombreros. So they were actually used as protection because the Corona dragons were living in the trees and they would just jump on whomever and tear out their hearts, children.
I knew that sombreros were involved heavily.
I had no idea. I thought Cinco de Mayo was just a celebration and we put on hats and danced and drank margaritas. I had no idea of the history.
Corona dragons were utterly confused. That's why the greeting was, which we still do in Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo, Cinco means 5, Mayo means wheel. You know how that had that whole calendar thing? That's how it happened. 5th wheel. Cinco de Mayo. None of that is true. One of the rituals and the prayers that they would say before they sacrificed was, Los gringos son idiotas. And it really rang true. They just kept listening. That's how you greet people on Cinco de Mayo. It's like, Los gringos son idiotas, the prayer that they would do right before they took out your heart.
People need to know this.
Los gringos soy idiotas.